Welcome to K-Zone. Today, we will share about history of China and Taiwan conflict. What role does the United States play? Let's start. The complex and long-standing conflict between China and Taiwan has deep historical roots, shaped by political, cultural, and ideological differences. The origins of the dispute can be traced back to the Chinese Civil War, 1927 to 1949, which saw the Chinese Nationalist Party, Kuomintang, or KMT, led by Chiang Kai-shek, and the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, led by Mao Zedong, vying for control of China. As the Civil War unfolded, the KMT retreated to Taiwan in 1949 following its defeat on the mainland by the CCP. This retreat marked the beginning of the division between the People's Republic of China, PRC, established by the CCP, and the Republic of China, ROC, which continued to govern Taiwan. Both sides claimed to be the legitimate government of all of China, but in reality, two separate entities emerged. During the early years, the international community largely recognized the ROC as the legitimate representative of China, with a seat at the United Nations and diplomatic recognition from various countries. However, this began to change in the early 1970s when the United Nations expelled the ROC and recognized the PRC as the sole legitimate government of China. This shift in recognition marked a turning point in the global status of Taiwan. Over the years, the relationship between China and Taiwan has been marked by periods of tension and relative stability. Both sides have engaged in a delicate dance of political maneuvering, economic cooperation, and military posturing. The One China policy, embraced by both the PRC and ROC, asserted that there is only one China, but each side had its own interpretation of what that meant. Throughout the latter half of the 20th century and into the 21st century, the PRC has consistently maintained its claims to Taiwan, viewing it as a renegade province that must be reunified with the mainland, even if it requires the use of force. Taiwan, on the other hand, has asserted its separate identity, with a distinct political system, military, and constitution. In the late 20th century, especially during the 1980s and 1990s, Taiwan underwent a significant political transformation. The shift from an authoritarian regime to a more democratic system reflected the changing dynamics on the island. As Taiwan embraced democratic reforms, it also sought to solidify its separate identity from the mainland. The idea of formal independence gained traction, leading to a more assertive stance by the Taiwanese government. China, however, has consistently opposed any move toward independence by Taiwan and has not ruled out the use of force to achieve reunification. The PRC has employed a combination of military threats, economic incentives, and diplomatic pressure to keep Taiwan in check. The international community has closely monitored these developments, with major powers, including the United States, expressing varying degrees of support for Taiwan's autonomy. The issue of Taiwan remains a sensitive and potentially explosive matter in international relations. The U.S., in particular, has played a crucial role in maintaining stability in the region. The Taiwan Relations Act, passed by the U.S. Congress in 1979, commits the United States to provide Taiwan with the means necessary for its defense, and the U.S. has continued to sell arms to Taiwan, much to the chagrin of Beijing. In recent years, tensions between China and Taiwan have escalated, driven by a combination of factors. China's increasing assertiveness in the region, particularly in the South China Sea, has raised concerns about its intentions toward Taiwan. The PRC has also sought to isolate Taiwan diplomatically, pressuring countries and international organizations to limit their interactions with the island. Militarily, China has invested heavily in its capabilities to project power across the Taiwan Strait. Large-scale military exercises, the construction of aircraft carriers, and the development of advanced missile systems have all contributed to an environment of heightened tension. The balance of power in the Taiwan Strait has shifted, and Taiwan has responded by strengthening its own defense capabilities and seeking support from like-minded countries. In conclusion, the China-Taiwan conflict is a complex and multifaceted issue with deep historical roots. The struggle between the PRC and ROC dates back to the Chinese Civil War and has evolved over the years, shaped by political, economic, and cultural factors. The international community continues to closely monitor developments in the region, recognizing the potential for the situation to escalate into a larger geopolitical crisis. Efforts to find a peaceful resolution to the conflict remain elusive, and the future of cross-strait relations will likely continue to be a source of tension and uncertainty in the years to come. Thanks for watching. Don't forget like, share and subscribe.